Yes, sir. The vibes done change. We know the ops. Let's look at the replay from week 14. Some key things that I think that stood out. First of all, I want to point out that we are not the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I mean? And I know this the same film that the New York Giants is going to look at, how Hassan Reddick was a menace and forcing Daniel Jones to get the ball out of his hands really quick. These are the first two drives by both teams. We harassed Daniel Jones. Minnesota wasn't able to put this type of pressure on Daniel Jones. Minnesota wasn't able to make Daniel Jones hold the ball. We lead the league in sacks. This is a different challenge for Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. Different challenge. Our defensive line, is just way better than their offensive line. First drive of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, what the Giants do really well, in my opinion, is keeping that umbrella over the top and trying to mitigate the big play. That's what they do really well. But Jalen Hurts is a master at taking what the defense gives him. A master at it. We don't have to rush. We're just going to take the simple completion because like every zone, there's holes. There's holes in every zone. And Jalen Hurts on this drive moved the ball to perfection. The RPO froze the defense just enough for Jalen Hurts to exploit these holes. Miles Sanders was pivotal in this game as well. You can look at, how the edge rushers, Thibodeau and those guys have to kind of, they have to think fast when Jalen Hurts is in the backfield. You don't have to do that for Kirk Cousins. It's either a pass or a run. Not much trickery there. But look how the RPO freezes these guys a little bit. Freezes them. And Jalen Hurts is able to find Miles Sanders out of the backfield and the flats for the nice completion. Again, let's check this out. Look at how this RPO freezes the defense of the New York Giants. Look, freeze. Now they got to get back into their zone. Too late at that point. You've already shown your hand. And Jalen Hurts has become one of the best decision makers in football this season, which is why he's second team All-Pro. Split backfield. The Eagles need to do this more, in my opinion. It opens things up for the RPO. That was a really, really great design play. Will Jalen Hurts be, toting the rock more? Absolutely, I think so. But this split backfield is just a kill. Look, people have no idea what to do. Totally reset the thinking pattern of the New York Giants' mind on that play. But this is a really good, methodical, open drive by the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts taking what the defense gives him. We're not, listen, you want to have that umbrella over the top? We're going to do what we got to do to you underneath. We're going to do what we got to do to you underneath because something is going to be available. It's just about if we decide to take it or not. You know what I mean? The only people that could beat us is us. Empty backfield, Jalen Hurts again. They're playing it good. This was a crazy drop. There was a lot of drops in this game too that kind of, in my opinion, stalled a few drives. This could have been more of a bloodier beating, but this drop by A.J. Brown, and just shows that Jalen Hurts is seeing what he's supposed to see. That's what's important. A.J. Brown almost 1,500 receiving yards. We're not harping on the drop. Empty backfield. A lot of motion to identify the zone. I like the swing pass. I like the bubble screen right there. We had a complete bag of tricks. Boston Scott on the bubble screen. We were complete this day. Up until I think this might be our best overall game of the season against the New York Giants. They might have seen our best football, which makes this matchup a little intriguing. Another empty set. That was a dime. That was a dime by Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? A dime by Jalen Hurts. The accuracy is there. The confidence is there. But listen, this is pre-shoulder soldier injury. You know what I mean? So, I think, listen, Jalen Hurts ain't lose nothing on the throwing. What's really in question is if he's going to be able to have these guys be afraid of the RPO the way that he was. But taking what the defense it was giving him on this drive, that is the name of this drive right here. It's the name of the game. The pre-snap motion to identify, what's going to happen. And Jalen Hurts has been using the outlets really, really well. It's so many weapons that an outlet for the Philadelphia Eagles is a big playmaker. That was Quez Watkins on that one. Jalen Hurts seeing the field well. We not really, great tackle right there. You know what I mean? We don't complicate things. Get the ball out on time. Easy money. Easy completion for Jalen Hurts. Empty backfield again. I'm not sure if this was third down or not, but I think you need a conversion right here, if my memory serves me. Flag on the play. Easy money. Slant to AJ. This is one of those drives that can break the will of a team. You know, teams want you to have these kind of drives because a mistake is bound to happen. But when your quarterback is playing at the level that Jalen Hurts is playing, this just eats the clock, and you now you got to go out there and duplicate what he did. Look, the RPO to perfection, man, to perfection, perfection, perfection. You got to understand that when Jalen Hurts carries the ball, look at that, froze the defender. When Jalen Hurts carries the ball, that's just a jab, because now it's in the back of your mind that he's going to keep carrying the ball. He's going to keep carrying the ball. We did our job on the drive. You know what I mean? We did our job on this drive. I really like what I saw out of the team. You know, we kept the New York Giants off balance on this drive. Defense already, you know, they started with the ball. So we already know we get the ball at half at this point. Now it's about just running our offense. Now it's about just letting our big guys go out there and hit. It's about implementing the RPO. It's about making smart decisions. Like, we're the overall better football team. And that's just the bottom line. Good pass by Jalen Hurts. Threaded the needle on that one. Jalen Smith was there in the lane. But, you know, I mean, Jalen Hurts is evolving as a passer. Confident throw, strong throw. Getting closer and closer to getting 6 on the opening drive. And I think this right here is where Miles Sanders punches it in. I think our offensive line is talented. You know, when you look at Dexter Lawrence yesterday and how he was able to wreck the game, I don't think he wrecks the game. You know what I mean? I don't think Dexter Lawrence is a hell of a player, first team All-Pro. I don't think Dexter Lawrence wrecks the game in the manner that he wrecked it. You know what I mean? Against the Minnesota Vikings. He was living in Kirk Cousins' house. This is the Giants' second possession. Good burst up the middle. On plays like this, I would like to see Epps, you know, get to that hole faster. But he took a good angle, got the ball carrier down. That's what matters most. Daniel Jones will continue to be harassed. You know, we let them know that you're going to have to throw the ball to beat us. We let them know that. And the Vikings early, you know, they were at the mercy of Saquon Barkley, even though he didn't play a huge role. But Saquon did enough early to say, well, all right, now we got to focus on the run. We came in the game knowing we got to focus on the run and shutting the run down in Week 14 against the Giants. We came into this thing knowing this. You know what I mean? Look at us in the backfield, harassing Daniel Jones. Good tackle right here by TJ Edwards. Strong tackle. Our linebackers are better than Minnesota's. Everything we do is better than Minnesota on defense. We, in a way, run somewhat of the same scheme, but we have better players running the scheme. We have more alert players. Our defense is faster than Minnesota's. You're not just going to stand back there on the Philadelphia Eagles and do what you want. We don't have to blitz to get sacks. Our front four and our rotation does a great job of that alone. You know what I mean? Great closing speed right there by Josiah Scott to help implement the double team. Daniel Jones took a shot. This is not an offense that has a lot of big plays. Don't be fooled by what you saw yesterday. Great game by the New York Giants and Daniel Jones, but they had more explosive plays yesterday than they averaged in any game all season, and that was a playoff game. 3-0 right. This is a hell of a drive right here by the Philadelphia Eagles. One of my favorite drives of the season. Backed up inside our own 10. I like the wheel route. I really, really like this. Even though that was an incomplete pass, I can see, you know, clearly that Miles Sanders would be a different type of running back if he was able to catch passes like this on the regular. You know what I mean? Linebackers are not staying with Miles Sanders in terms of frontline speed. That was a great throw by Jalen Hurts. A little too close to the sideline, but, you know, I expect Miles to bring that in. This drive shows the evolution of Jalen Hurts. Take what the defense give you right there. We don't have to complicate it. You are seeing why Jalen Hurts is second team All-Pro on this drive right here. Also one of my favorite drives of the season. Again, take what the defense gives them. Just keep the chains moving, you know. A gain is a gain. Gains bring positive momentum. Positive momentum. Jalen Hurts again. Beating the blitz. One of the best throws of the season from Jalen Hurts. Pressure right in his face. Always making the right decision, knowing the playbook like the back of his hand. Come on, man. If all it took for him to be all-pro was get him in the same system for 2 straight years, this should have been a no-brainer. Great throw by Jalen Hurts. On the next play, we always keep guys in motion to identify a man. That's what we do. Right here. Another drop by A.J. Brown. But what you're seeing is A.J. Brown is seeing the field. Jalen Hurts is seeing the field. That's all that matters. Jalen Hurts is seeing where he needs to go with the ball. Cross the body throw, beautiful dime. I don't think that guy even tackles A.J. Brown. He's already expected him to catch it. He didn't even challenge the pass. But Jalen Hurts been overcoming small mistakes by the offense all season. Small mistakes by the offense all season. This drive is a thing of beauty. A.J. Brown drops. We get right back to the run game. Look at this. Defense are just frozen. Edge defenders are frozen because you don't know who's keeping the ball. That's the beauty of this thing of ours. The beauty of it. Same drive next quarter. Empty backfield. You know what's happening here. Another drop. That was a drop for a first down. Good timing throw. Mind you, Dallas Goedert wasn't in this game. So this was Grant Calcaterra, I believe, or Stoll, one of those guys. But that's a completion 9 times out of 10 if that's Dallas Goedert. Moving the chains. It's all about, and with the drops on this play, the ability to stretch the field gives you an added dimension. Now, we would have picked up the first down with his arm had guys not dropped the ball. But this was what kills defenses. Kayvon Thibodeau takes a wide angle. Jalen Hurts goes right in between the guard and the tackle. Easy first down. Kayvon Thibodeau gets to anybody else in that situation. Same drive again, Jalen Hurts. No RPO, just straight drop back. Now he's feeling it. Another drop by Smitty. But that is a really, really difficult catch to make, if you will. Good ball placement by Jalen Hurts. Smitty been making tough catches all year. I ain't mad at the passer or the wide receiver on a situation like this. At least Smitty didn't let nobody else get it. But that's an incomplete. For the way this drive ended and so many incomplete passes, Jalen Hurts kept finding ways to keep the chains moving. Love this pass right here to Smitty. That's almost 6 if he don't come behind him and catch him. Love that by Smitty. Getting Devontae Smith in space. Have these guys operating from a slot-like position and running across the field. A lot of guys can't stay with these guys. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to stay with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith that long. Next play. Straight drop back again for Jalen Hurts. Another drop. You see what I'm saying? Think about the things that had to be overcame on this drive alone, and we still were able to score. He's finding the wide open. The quarterback is playing at a high level. A high level. That's the point of this drive right here. Never faltering, never wavering. Going back to guys that's dropping balls. It don't matter. Right back to Smitty on the next play. Small gain, about 3.5 or something like that. You know what I mean? And then what you get from here. Another straight drop back. We basically, I think we kind of abandoned the run on this drive. We could have been a little more balanced. Like, what's the difference between that swing pass and a run play? Empty backfield right here. No, it's not empty backfield. Flushing Jalen Hurts out. Good pass for the first down. Good pass for the first down. Thrown on a run. A lot of guys can't do this. A lot of guys can't take a wide angle like that. Well, not a first down. Good completion, though. A lot of guys can't achieve it. Empty backfield. Y'all know what play this is. Y'all know what play this is. Come on, man. Dropped it in the bucket. Safety took a poor angle. Devontae Smith does the rest. Smitty had 3 drops on that drive, I think. 3 drops on that drive. We right back to him, though. That's Heisman winner. Beat the one-on-one. Beat the safety. Touchdown. That drive started us back in our own 5. Next Giants possession. Daniel Jones scanning the field. We're much faster than the Minnesota Vikings. Much faster than the Minnesota Vikings. It's no lollygagging and playing around with us. We're not going to let you go be in the backfield and smell the roses. Pressure. I'm not Grant Calcaterra, I'm sorry. Blankenship on the safety blitz, able to get through the D-line and still pursue Daniel Jones and force him out of bounds. Talent is all over this defense. Talent is all over this defense. Quick tackles. Saquon Barkley out of bounds. We're not letting anybody get a full head of steam. The scheme might be trash, but the players are beginning to understand the scheme. Understanding where they need to go. Understanding what's happening. Guys are good enough to handle their area of responsibility. Take care of your AOR. Daniel Jones again has to take what he has to take because the defensive line is bearing down on him. First down, though. Good, strong throw by Daniel Jones. Man, I want to point out, Daniel Jones has gotten better. Daniel Jones has gotten better. It's crazy to think that the NFC Championship game, Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts will be in it. We're not playing with no running backs, you know what I mean? And Ndamukong Suh and them guys. Listen, change is going to come. That's all I'm saying. Change is going to come. Stop that hole up immediately. Immediately. Another one like that. This was a great play by Kaiser White, who's been up and down the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Taking some bad angles. But when Kaiser White is focused, man, he's one of the best linebackers out there, man. One of the best linebackers out there. A great run-stuffing linebacker. Not afraid of it. I think this third down for the Giants right here. Look, the pursuit. You know, it's good hit. That's a great hit. You know what I mean? Making Daniel Jones have to throw hot. That's what we do. Fletcher Cox, Hassan Reddick, you know, making him get off his square, have to throw hot, give us the ball back. And don't forget about what special teams brought to the table week 14 as well. Almost blocking this punt. He has to kick it off the ground. Low punt. That cost those boys, a 15-yard penalty as well. But look at the pressure. You know, I just think that our pass rush is too much for their offensive line right now. I think our pass rush is too much for the offensive line right now. Now, they will be motivated. They did take a beating, but on the very next play, A.J. Brown from that slot position. Crazy route by A.J. Touchdown. Your quarterback is seeing the field. Jalen Hurts. Let's see that one more time. A.J. Brown from a slot-like position. Moves as if he's going to take the middle of the field. Comes back outside. Dime on the money. Burnt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, this just in from the print champs. All the Kelly Green Eagles merchandise is back in effect. I don't got no Kelly Green drawn up here right now. But listen, it's all back in effect on the website. It's been sold out for a minute. The Kelly Green is back. Also, the playoff green, the perfect blend to go with your Eagles green. You know what I mean? All your Eagles stuff, you know what I mean? That stuff is popping, jumping out the gym right now. So make sure you tap in with the print champs, man. Grab it, you know what I mean? Playoff week, you know what I'm saying? Divisional week. We know what it's hitting for, man. There's one more game, you know what I mean? And the wild card that's taking place this night. The Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't mean anything to us because we already know who our opposition is. And, you know, I feel good. You know, I don't want to get this confused. Like, nobody's sleeping on the Giants. Actually, this is a matchup that I wanted. This is a matchup I know that Philly Mike wanted as well. But nobody's sleeping on the Giants, you know. We just feel like we're a better football team. We just feel like, you know, the Giants exceeded expectations. So have the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams exceeded expectations, but our expectations are a little different. The Giants were literally going through a rebuild. But they found some heat, and you know what I mean? They found what works for them this season. That's how football works. The Philadelphia Eagles' expectations, I'm not going to say was Super Bowl or bust, but damn sure NFC Championship game or bust for me. That was the expectations to at least get to the NFC Championship game just based upon the amount of talent on this roster alone. And I think talent will be the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles ultimately pull away as early as the second quarter against the New York Giants, because we're much more of a talented football team. Much more of a talented football team. But we got to be mindful. When teams don't have anything to lose, teams start doing wild stuff like going for fourth downs, like fake punts, like sneaks. Teams start doing crazy stuff when they have nothing to play for. The Giants now got something to play for. A ticket to the NFC Championship game is on the line. Both teams got a lot to play for. You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia Eagles, you know, are just a more talented football team. You know what I mean? Coaching is a little closer than I would like to, you know, admit for real. But that's just the nature of the beast. That's the facts of the matter. It's the facts of the matter. The Giants yesterday were absolutely marvelous on third down against the Minnesota Vikings. That's not going to happen against us. It's not. Saquon Barkley put the fear of God in the Vikings on the very first drive. That's not going to happen against us. Daniel Jones had a lot of time in the pocket. That's not going to happen against us. They had a hard time keeping Daniel Jones upright against us in week 14. I don't expect any of those things to change. You know what I mean? I think our coaching staff has to look at, you know, Wink Martindale. You know, you got a side eye, you know, you got a side eye the way that defense operates. I saw the Minnesota Vikings were somewhat afraid of certain packages that they brought out, so they tried to hurry them up. That worked sometimes, but not enough, because their defense wasn't able to stop Daniel Jones. So what's the point of hurrying up? You know what I mean? Hurrying up Wink's defense when your defense can't stop Daniel Jones. We can stop Daniel Jones. Minnesota ain't hostile territory, for real, if you ask me. It ain't hostile territory. The link is hostile territory. That's a hostile environment, Lincoln Financial Field. We do this at a high level over there. The numbers don't pan out that would make me say, I just don't see. Listen. It's football. Anything can happen. But the Eagles are the better team. A lot does ride on the health of Jalen Hurts. We're not going to act like that's not a factor. Jalen Hurts has to be healthy because, you know, the RPO and the quarterback keeper and the read option are key things that keep defenses off balance. When you got a guy that can keep your defense off balance with the RPO, the read option, and things of that nature, and he can deliver the ball, that's the discrepancy with Jalen Hurts. Not only can he run, he can pass at a high level as well. The evolution of Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones has been mind-blowing for me this season. You know, very proud of both guys. But I think, you know, both guys took a step for sure. But Jalen Hurts took that step, the step that we was looking for. And this is a defining moment in Jalen Hurts' success. Second playoff game. He not new to this. Daniel Jones, that was his first playoff game. He won. You know what I mean? This is Jalen Hurts' second playoff game. There should be no jitters. You're not looking across from the GOAT. You're looking at Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. Yeah, he took a step, but Daniel Jones is our stepping stool to the NFC Championship game. Yeah, we respect Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones is in our way. We ain't here to give nothing to nobody. Nothing to nobody. We've been the best team in the league all year, and that ain't about to change because of Daniel Jones and the Giants. It just ain't about to change. It ain't about to change. We're going to continue to pop art, talk the way we talk. You know what I mean? We're going to continue to talk the way we talk because we will be victorious on Saturday. We will be victorious on Saturday. Daniel Jones not coming to the link in a divisional playoff game and beating this roster. That's what it boiled down to. So they could be happy what they did to Minnesota and Kirk Cousins. That's them. We trying to play to put something in the cabinet. We playing for a Lombardi out here. We ain't playing just to play. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.